The 55-year-old woman decided to divorce her husband on his 60th birthday. Without hesitation, her husband agreed. This would finally give his mistress a rightful place. But when the woman pointed out that she had undeniable evidence of his affair, and demanded that he leave the marriage with nothing, the husband suddenly knelt on the ground. He begged her desperately to leave him with some dignity. However, the woman was unwavering. No matter how he pleaded, she insisted on getting the divorce today. A few days earlier, while tidying up, she accidentally found an unfamiliar photo album. Out of curiosity, she opened it. To her shock, it was filled with pictures of her husband with another woman. The times and locations written on the back of each photo matched his supposed business trips. That's when she realized that all these years, his so-called business trips were actually visits to his mistress. The earliest photo was taken during the very year they got married. At that moment, her husband returned from work. Hurriedly, she hid the album under her pillow. Facing her husband's usual complaints, she heard him say that he had another business trip next week. Unable to hold back, she asked if he could not go. To her surprise, he instantly changed his demeanor, angrily accusing her of being unreasonable. When she asked if these trips were really about seeing another woman, he became furious. Even with the evidence before him, he refused to admit it. Instead, he scolded her for going through his things. At that moment, she understood fully that her husband had never truly loved her. Feeling wronged, she told him that she was his wife, but he responded by giving her a hard slap. He then tried to leave to see his mistress. She tried her best to stop him but was pushed to the ground. He warned her that tomorrow was his 60th birthday party and that she'd better behave herself. Otherwise, she would face serious consequences. Only then did she reach the point of complete despair. She decided to expose her true nature during the birthday banquet. The next day, at the banquet, she attended dressed in her best, using all her savings to buy an elegant dress and jewelry she had never worn before, but no one noticed her arrival. Instead, the spotlight was on her husband and his mistress, who appeared arm in arm. In front of everyone, they were the focus. Her husband even let everyone believe that the mistress was his wife. Seeing this, her heart was filled with sorrow. She couldn't help but turn to her son to share her grievances. But to her dismay, her son, whom she had worked so hard to raise, sided with his father. He told her to stop causing trouble. When she asserted that she was the legal wife, her son accused her of being jealous at her age, acting petty like a shrew. He claimed that the mistress was gentle and virtuous, unlike her. Her heart broke. At that moment, a server came by and told her she was arranged to go on stage with her husband to thank the guests. Holding her gift, she walked up, only to see her husband holding hands with the mistress on stage, introducing her as his wife. She did not get angry. Instead, she calmly walked onto the stage, holding her gift, and publicly exposed her husband and the mistress for who they really were.